Hey everyone, so I'm at the library right now, and I just wanted to take a step from my studies and just do some reflection. I feel like it's easy enough. It's easy enough to get caught up in the busyness of life. It's easy enough to get caught up in our commitments and our priorities and all that. Relationships, finances, health, spirituality, these are great. But we also have to be able to remember why these things matter in the first place, right? Yeah. Um, I also chopped my hair, and I don't know how I feel. Like, I really like it from some angles, but then maybe at other angles, like, my hair just grows differently. Like, I really like this angle. This angle's alright. It's good. It's really good for summer. It's shorter than I'm used to, but it's good for summer. Um, yeah. I have been, these past few months, really just trying to give all I have into what matters to me. And staying away from the things that, well, keep me away from doing that. I don't drink, I don't smoke, I don't party. I love music, I love dancing. I love exercising, I love learning, I love having fun, laughing, adventuring, exploring. I love all those things. But there's a saying that you can have too much of a good thing. And I'm just in this season where I want to do a lot of self-exploration, and I'm thankful because I feel like I am doing that. Even past when I thought I was past a stage. Like, if I can be honest, I guess this makes sense, but I mean, I'm living more now. I feel more satisfied with my life now than when I was a teenager, for example. I feel like many people think teenagers are maybe the stereotype might be that teenagers are going out and being out all night and living it up, right? That's sort of like a stereotypical teenager, but that's really, it's not the way it is nowadays. I mean, anxiety and depression rates are higher among teenagers. Reported anxiety and depression rates are higher among teenagers now than they ever have been. It's a hard age, man. But even, yeah, for me, like even 19, 20, I'm 23 now, and I'm definitely feeling more purpose. I'm feeling further brain development. The prefrontal cortex finishes development at 25, so I'm almost there. And it gives me a better sense of, like, for me, just a better sense of why I'm doing what I'm doing. And it's really hard to tell if this is a thing with other people as well, or if this is sort of the result of living an intentional lifestyle. It definitely is a higher prevalence among our generation to live a minimal, simple lifestyle. Things are getting more minimal, I feel. Even comparing to 10, 15, 20 years ago, you can look at tech and all that. The innovation, yet the simplicity is just incredible, you know. And yeah, for me, like, these past few years, I'm just thinking back, like, I have always tried to live frugally, and one of the ways I have tried to do that is through minimalism itself. It's an amazing thing. Minimalism is an incredible thing because you're sort of killing two birds with one stone. You're really simplifying your life and cleaning up your life, but you're also spending less, and you can also even potentially financially benefit by selling possessions, right? Yeah, it allows you to have a lot more, I think, physical and mental space. And it allows you to spend money for the things that are more intentional to you. So, yeah, man. Like, I have really just wanted to do a lot of traveling. I've had the privilege of traveling to a few nice places. I have the privilege of traveling somewhere super out of my comfort zone at this time. But I know that it is the right step. I'm super excited. It's cultivating, it's challenging, it's intuitive, it's incredible. Travel challenges us. We learn about ourselves when we travel. And yeah, I really am a strong advocate for spending money on experiences rather than on stuff. And I'm still working on this, but I mean, like when I look at my life, right, I have a stainless steel water bottle. This isn't even mine. This is my sister's. And she didn't want it, so I took this one because my last one, the lid broke, and the lids are really hard to find. So this one is working just fine. It's stainless steel and it keeps it cold. Because we need, I think, 2 liters of water a day. I love water. And also, I mean, I have an iPhone 11 which came out in 2019. We are in 2025. We're coming on 6 years for this baby, and look at this. Like, yes, the processing speeds, the battery life, the camera resolution is slightly lower, but for what it serves, for what this phone has to offer versus the cost, it's a pretty solid fight, I would say. I went into the store and looked at the newest iPhone. I still am considering when the time comes around to finally get a new phone, which I personally don't think, and I don't hope that will be soon. But I compared the two, and the differences were very, very minimal. My iPhone, I don't know how this is possible, but my iPhone still gets software updates, and I try to keep a very modern, clean, minimal look. They've even added the dark icon update as well, so I can not only make it look way cooler and clean, but it also reduces the battery strain as well. The less white light you're using, the better. And not to mention, I love the look. And yeah, like, this is a 64 gig iPhone 11, and I've had this amazing phone for 3 years now. Yes, the battery life can sometimes take, you need to keep an eye on it, but for what it does, I am so happy with this phone. I got it November 2022, and it's now June 24th, 2025. So, yeah, this phone has been with me through a lot. And I love it. I have no plans to move on from it. I'm just thankful to have it. Prior to that, I had my sister's old phone. And yeah, I'm filming this on a 2017 MacBook Air. I do believe, like, you might hear this and think, okay, well, you're still not buying like the absolute cheapest thing. No, that's not something I want to do. Sometimes I do that. I will be honest. Like, sometimes with food or clothes, I will be honest that sometimes I do just get cheap, practical options. I'm a big, I don't know if they have this anymore, but like you can go to like certain restaurants or fast food chains and get their happy hour, and sometimes it's like $4 or $5 for like an item. One of my big ones is Subway wraps. They've had this promotion on in Canada for the past couple weeks where you get a 6-inch chicken teriyaki for $5.99, and I've just been doing that way too much, way more than I would like to admit. But it's for me, it's not only healthier than going and getting, like, let's say a burger and fries, but it's also cheaper. Yes, it's still slightly more expensive than eating at home, but it allows me to not feel like I'm depriving myself, I would say. Yeah. Anywho, I just wanted to make this update because I really do feel like there's a strong need for advocacy on simple living and minimalist living, and for me, my faith is also a huge part of my whole life is my whole life has been shaped by my faith in Jesus, and I have read about I do own multiple Bibles. I have one primary Bible that I've had since I was a child, and it's the one that I read. It has folded pages. The pages are a little discolored. It shows its wear, and for me, that's some of the beauty of it. It's just some of the beauty of it. I do have extra ones. I have other translations, so on, but I just choose to read my one. And the Bible actually tells us not to store up only our earthly possessions, because one day that they will not exist, which is true, right? Like, I think we can look at almost any earthly possession and recognize there's a mortality to it. Even, yes, like a phone or something, even a house, right? Like, things can only last so long naturally. It's just the way it is. Decomposure begins. Whereas experiences, they never really leave you. They shape you in one way or another, regardless of if you're aware of that or not. And education is the same. I think education it gets spit on a little too much, because I do get it that some programs might be a little less versatile than others. I do understand that, but I do believe that education is the tool. It's a tool that we need to be able to have our voice. And I'm not done my education. I'm not even close to done my education yet. But even for me, like the past couple of years of my journey with my program, and my aspiring goal to become either a registered psychotherapist or a pastor, it has changed my life. Education has changed my life because I can speak with confidence. I can back myself up, and that's something that you can't really fake. Yeah. So I just wanted to chat for a little while, and just do some self-reflection. And a fun story, actually, this room I'm in, this is a soundproofed room. I have actually a lot of good memories in here. About a year and a half ago now, I took a French class where in this building for 6 months. I still know the teacher to this day. And I would come in here and I would practice my French. And I'm noticing that the practice, the words I would practice and the videos I would make, they're coming to my mind. Because I had a wonderful time, but I covered a lot in that class, and I would come in here and sort of like soak it all in. And now I'm conversational fluency in French. I'm not fluent. I guess I shouldn't say I'm not bilingual, but I can initiate and recognize and engage in, I would say, like most conversation, like hospitality, restaurants, daily life, financial to a certain extent. The more complex, the less likely. But it's very funny because it all just comes from this course I took, like it turns into it goes from this like sort of personal goal of, I want to take a French class, to, okay, now I can engage with locals. I can understand the culture more behind I can understand the French culture more. Yeah, the appreciation for the culture, it changes everything. I do have some assignments I have to do, so I probably should wrap up here, but I just want to thank you so much for tuning in and hanging out with me. We got an incredible summer coming up. I'm so blessed to share that, I'm going to be doing humanitarian work. I get to serve the locals of a small village in Peru. I do not have enough Spanish. I do not have as much Spanish as I would like or as I should. I need to work on that. I know me llamo Nicolás and yo necesito un vaso de agua. I know un vaso is a glass. But I do need to work on that. Anywho, thank you so much for tuning in, and I wanted to just take a little bit of a quiet, more calm, wholesome approach. Nothing fancy. I hope you can hear me. The camera's probably like 720p, and the mic is not that great. But there's a lot of beauty in this, in my opinion, to just stepping back and just connecting and sharing and all that. So this haircut will also take some adjusting. I think it's already kind of filling out a little bit. I got it done 2 days ago. All right, guys, thank you so much for tuning in today, and we'll talk to you soon. Bye for now.